All right, and hello everyone again. This is going to be the replacement for 944 Life, which doesn't have a name yet because this car is either called a 924 Turbo or a 931, which is its internal designation. So we're either going to call it 924 Turbo Life or a 931 Life. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it, which would be now, but I digress. So, as you guys know, I bought or traded my 84 944 for a 1980 924 Turbo, or 931 again. And while this seems like an awesome trade, I bought it non-running. So, the objective first was to figure out what was wrong with it. So there were a few problems with the car to think of because of what it is. First problem, it has a Bosch continuous injection system, or CIS, more specifically the K-Jetronic. And like the 911, it's a pain to work on if you have no idea what you're doing, which is me. So I just kind of ruled that one out, hoping that wasn't the case, and went to the next thing, spark and fuel. So we checked the spark plugs, checked the ignition timing, the wires themselves, and the orientation on the distributor cap to make sure that everything was all lined up, and that it was actually firing properly on close to top dead center for cylinder number 1. And after much sleuthing and wrenching, we determined that it was, thanks to Renlist and 924 board, I think. Also Pelican parts too. And just about anything else 924 related I could find online. So the next thing to check was fuel. And through using a multimeter, hooking it up to the fuel pump and shutting the car on and off, in that 2 seconds when you shut the car on and off, you are able to see whether or not the fuel pump itself is getting voltage. So I was able to determine that the fuel pump was getting voltage, but it wasn't pumping any fuel. So what I did was I bought a new fuel pump, and for the sake of keeping everything brand new, a new fuel pump relay, which is already in the car. And when I went to go start it, well, it kind of exploded, the fuel pump. Because what ended up happening, as I'll get under the car, and I don't have a flashlight on me, apologies for that. What ended up happening was one of the original owners of the car had decided that they shouldn't use a regular fuel line to hook up the fitting there to the main line that goes to the engine. No, what they ended up doing was they grabbed what I can only assume was a random bit of hose that may have matched silicone, and plugged on top of that banjo fitting on that pump, or originally this old pump here, which doesn't have a name anymore because I took it off. Just basically took a piece of silicone hose line, plopped it on there, used a random hose clamp, clamped it there, and then to the main line did the exact same thing, which didn't work because when I put the brand new fuel pump that was shooting 87 psi as properly it should be, it burst that line and left a considerable mess of fuel all over the garage floor, and the garage still smells like it. So, after much searching on the interwebs, I was able to finally find what it is that I need. And what I have here is a proper banjo fitting with the accompanying cap to cap off the fuel system at the pump, a new fitting for the main fuel line to the engine, and a proper fuel hose that will connect that. So, I'll also, some actual proper fuel injection or fuel hose clamps that are better than the cheap ones that are on there. So, what I'm going to do now is get this all installed in there, and then, hopefully, this car will start. So, brace yourselves, everyone, because this is the day that I've been waiting for 2-3 weeks now. Which doesn't seem like a long time, but when you have a car that's not running, it seems like forever. Anyway, let's get to it.